Okay, so my headset is just arrived, not here. Um, my dad might be able to bring it here, but he he's might be going to a basketball game. So we'll see. Basically, I think if by the time I finish playing this game, uh, my dad is off work. Although if he gets off work while I'm playing, then we may just have to cut things short, I guess, or just do an unboxing in the middle of playing the game. I don't know. Um, okay, so we're gonna look at our equipment. I don't know who has prismatic helm, but I think it might be all the girls. Um, or maybe and frog. Um, if everyone's at full health. We have this lovely. It does look kind of um biomechanical. This must be Labos. Eh, no news. So you have final kick. Um, doesn't really do much. Oh, there's a lot to regular attacks need to do a lot to the arms. Well, he shoots lasers out of his boobs. Okay. I'm just gonna. Body activated. Okay. But the arms open the door to oblivion, so we must close shut the jaws of oblivion. Um. Can we charm anything off of him? I mean, we get New Game Plus, so. Nobody give it gratitude? Okay. This power kick do with his right arm. Ooh, a lot. Like initially, I'm not gonna use any kind of walkthrough. I might say that this is pretty good. That there are like revisions of the, or iterations of the Lavos theme. Please do not kill Marl. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're at an advantage versus where we were. What? Marl's? Huh? How? How was Marl confused? Didn't she have the prismatic helm? Yeah, cure yourself. And by that I mean cure yourself. Okay, I um I think I didn't equip the inability to equip during battle is um wait, oh my god, he can disable stealth element immunity. So it isn't because um that can just go to hell. Oh, I hate this. I know he's the final boss, but why? second the last boss, but still, like, my point stands. Just I feel like that's a cheap tactic to just. Please. There we go. It does do a lot of damage once we get the arms out, so. You still have to remove status to most. So, For some reason, Ayla is the only one not being. There we go. I think these were for you some kind of positive. Um, it's humanoid? How do you know that word? Okay, but assuming she's a dumb blonde. That sounds more like something that Lucy would say. I don't know if I can say anything more. Just it's pretty well designed. I might also Given information positive for the visual design of. Okay. Also, you need a guide to beat the first phase. Although this is might require a guide. Humanoid. Could it have acquired the powers of every creature on this planet? Huh? Please, the reason we're all here. We're all here. Ill run. Hate lose. Hate run more. This planet is our home. Leaves, Dawn's, everyone's. And we're taking it back. Ooh. I'm probably gonna give a positive for all of Lavos' themes combined. They're legit. Um, I might go ahead and look up the walkthrough for this because I believe there's probably no autosave between the phases. I remember this being just a little tricky. Um, use Luminaire and Cube Toss to destroy the central humanoid. When it disappears, the right pod will lower its defense. Attack it with your strongest spells. Okay, so we need to work on the right pod. The, Central humanoid, right pod. Central humanoid, right pod. Ignore the left pod. Okay. I can't give a positive for the design of. It changed the design somewhat. I don't remember the. Okay. That looks about right. I don't think I've ever seen it on this big screen, so it's kind of weird, maybe. Okay. Um. Are we gonna do the right thing here? Cool. I think it was the right pod. I'm pretty sure it's the. I think it might be iceberg toss. Okay. Actually, listen to the music. I have to wait for Marl to catch up. Wait. Whoa. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. Although its defense has been lowered. No, shit. Hope that's a terrible mistake. Okay, well, we got rid of the left core. I don't know if that's gonna be good or bad. Uh-oh. You might need to use a Mega Elixir again. I don't really mind the design of a Lava's core. It was a little derpy. But like the look of the like backdrop and everything else. Oh, come on. Let me butt my head to this, damn it. Great. What? Oh, oh, come on! No! We're so damn close. Oh, great, you can do that. Oh, it hasn't been lowered yet. Yes! Went a lot faster than I thought it would. I'm trying to give it information positive, at least for the uh, visual effect. Yep, we got the achievement. Our first achievement. Chrono, 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 chrono. Sir, wake up. Get your wretched body out of bed. Why are you doing this automatically? Your state of execution has been withdrawn. You accompany us to the castle now, where we carry out your sentence. Can we pause it? No? It was such a high and low for you, Chrono. Where did you take my daughter? Are we allowed to actually pause here? Probably still give a control positive for Lava's final stage or interaction. It was a little easy, but then again, we're like level 60. Probably the same thing, only more drawn out. I don't know. Daddy, no! Colonel hasn't done a thing! Maldota says Chrono has done nothing. What do you think of that, Chancellor? If I may speak freely, Your Grace, I think your daughter is quite clearly delusional. Chrono's deeds have impacted the entire kingdom. The Chancellor, too? What's the matter with you? This seems very sus. I think they're all being replaced with other Yakras. Please just listen to me. There's a reason I've been gone. You see, we had to save the future. What? Oh, I hate this. Why can't I just get stereo sound? Duct tape the cord. There we go. You saved the future and taught us what it is to have hope. We need Magus' troops and restore peace to the realm in the year 600. In the year 600. Chrono beat reptiles. What's going on? Why are you all here? Luca, I love you. Marry me. You brought them here, didn't you? Well, it's quite a daunting mission. Past future members of our line told me about it. But Kino is the great descendant of Guardian. That is 6 million years of nepotism! Not 6 million, 65 million years of nepotism! That is quite the dynasty. It was quite a daunting mission. These past and future members of our line have... okay. Members of our line? You mean these people are all my ancestors and descendants? Again, this is extreme nepotism! Negative! Whoever was supposed to think about rules when we were all protecting the kingdom and our life of the entire planet. Although, shouldn't he be dead? Unless Luca was off doing this before we changed the timeline. Negative to information for severe plot hole. I mean, it's possible that Doan still exists in the fixed version of the future, so I'll give it that, maybe, but like, shouldn't he look a little better? I don't know. Like, I think there'd be too much of a butterfly effect from the frickin' apocalypse not happening. Doan probably would not exist. I roll to disbelieve. Like, I will let it slide because it's a good narrative moment, but Doan should not exist. Like, if Luca were with us during the final battle, he doubly should not exist because she would have no way of taking him away from the causal ripple effect of us defeating Lavos and effectively saving the future. Because I mean, like, think how much literally preventing the apocalypse from happening would change the entire planet. Like people who were dead would be alive. Numerous people. There'd be plenty more fish in the sea. So the odds of the descendants of the descendants of the descendants, whatever, like the odds of the people who produced Doan meeting and breeding to produce Doan 200, like 300 or however many years, I think it's 300 years in the future, is, you know, centuries into the future after the world has been saved, are, and giving him that name, it is just mind-boggling. Like, unless Luca arranged, like, you could say Luca arranged it before they went into the final battle. Maybe. I'm gonna let it slide because it's a good moment. I'm not gonna give it a positive, but I'll let it slide. Like, I'll give the ending itself a positive, at least one. But I'm not gonna give the whole, like, bringing the line of Guardia a positive. Because, I mean, there's, like, two kind of weird things to it. Like, one is, of course, the idea that, like, it's all connected. Like, Kino is the great, 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 like, great 10 to the power of 100. Times 10 to the power of 100 or something. Like, how would you even trace that ancestry? I mean, again, this will be fixed by shifting prehistory to either shifting it to much closer to the year 12,000 BC, or just eliminating the dates altogether. Leave it to the imagination when these events happen in relation to each other. Particularly before, before, like, 80, like, any BC dates are going to be, like, somewhat ambiguous. Okay, anyway. I believe a victory parade is in order. Tonight we celebrate you, the hero who saved the world. I mean, it is a great way to explain why everyone knows that he saved the world. Because otherwise, like, how would you know? Like, we would be unsung heroes. Also, that's just his hair. Like, I feel like, is Kino an elf? Because it looks like he has a pointy ear sticking out, but it's just his hair. Like, we know that Magus is an elf for some reason. I think. Anyway, why don't you go and enjoy the last night of the fair? Come on, the Chrono, our hero. Who on the Prince Nadia, home safe at last. May Guardia prosper for another 1,000 years. Let the Moonlight Parade begin. There's her mom. Lucas, for future mother-in-law. And of course, Katie. I should probably, um, I'll need to get the positive for all of Lavos' beams. And once again, my audio gets cut out. Are we in control now? Damn it! I'm trying to find a way to, because I think if my board is angled to the right. There you go. Messiah, you look beautiful. Don't get me wrong, honey. You look good too. This is fantastic. The cat doesn't have anything to say to us. I can't believe it. They say you saved the world, but still, I do wish you spent a little more time around the house. Terribly troublesome having no one around to look after the pets. The pets? We only have one. It had a delayed reaction to this. Honey, don't just be a sack of potatoes. Dance with me. Oh, Chrono, the king says you say the future. Thinking of Dad's own best friend. Wait till I tell my friends. And future husband. I don't care what the cutscene shows. I'm going to explain how I retcon my way around that. Or headcanon my way around that. I think I can green screen this. It's late and kind of overcast, so there we go. Actually, it looks better. the lamp just fell over. I don't expect there to be much need for weapons anymore. My days of Smith may be at an end. Looking up at that beautiful sky, it's hard to be worried about something like that. I might have to give a positive for. Whoa. We could interact with them. I should just be nothing better than toast under the stars. Crew, have a sip. You're here today. We just leave. No, we can't. Shakes her head. All the Marlo's in the lead. Because she was in the lead before. No access to the menu. Also, that somehow that disabled our run and we can't. Wait. No one else to interact with. Well, everyone, this is it. A time of parting is upon us at last. The gate is growing weak now that Lavos is gone. You're gonna say your goodbyes before the gate closes for good. You're all leaving? We're strong, Marl's strong too, and I have fun. My distant ancestors, so you better have strong, healthy kids or I'll be in trouble. Don't worry, ain't that much energy. Yeah, she does. Wait, what do you mean by that? Kino dumb, Ayla go now. Two words found, and frankly, maybe all discerned from them. Well, I must clearly in wait. We too should take our leave. Oh god, this is such a good theme. This may be another positive. I feel positive coming on. Frog. Yeah, they're the ones who get married. I've always felt farewells were best kept brief. Marlin Frog, OTP. You're right. He needs words. But while we're thinking about it, I don't know why they just pricked my finger on the pen. I didn't like prick it. Like I just have a black mark on me. You know it's happening when he pushes case because it's a frog. So you're going to search for Shaw? Man, a few words. Look, keep working hard in the future. What's wrong, Luca? Aren't you going to say goodbye to Robo? So, you realize... Realize what? Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. The world will never be ruined now. Robo may not exist in the near future. Haha, do not be ridiculous. The near future will certainly have a place for me. Robo, don't pretend you don't care when you're really sad. It just makes things worse. You're the one who taught me to consider the feelings of others in that matter, Luca. I am grateful for that. Don't cry, Luca. I'm sure Robo will still be built in the near future. No addressing Doan and the fact that he shouldn't exist in the near future either. Goodbye. Caution. All has exceeded my visual sensors. Sight diminished. You remember that talk we had? You mean about whether our lives flash by before we die? I don't think that discussion would be part of this if we hadn't done that extra quest. Now, I get the feeling that that entity is finally at rest too. Until we destroy the planet through global warming. Yes, I feel it too. It's awful easy to mess things up traveling through time. We should probably battle the F-Box, shouldn't we? We'd never be able to see any of the others again, though. You naughty thing, come back here! See, Chrono, pets run away when you don't feed them. Hey, come back here! Well, we're responsible for feeding... feeding a cat. Oh no, Chrono, that gate will never open again! Well, it looks like we have no choice but to go after them. Go after them, but the gate's already... Luca, you don't mean... We still have a time machine! Yeah! Oh, there you are, Princess. Its Grace is looking for you. I'm happy you know. Now there is no reason for you to be running off anymore. I have a gift for you, Nadia, to commemorate this day. This is Nadia's bell. It will ring out across the land. Pretty, isn't it? Nadia, could you... And where do we go? Could someone please lend me a hand? Thanks for the gift, but I have places to be. Yeah, I think there's an alternate ending where we feed our cat? Whew, made it just in time. Shall I fire a few off? Oh, the ball, not right now. Actually, I could really use your... Yeah, I think there's one where both, um... There we go. There's the ending where Marl and Chrono cling to the end up being accidentally elected by the balloon. Spoilers. I don't know what I could have done to get that besides feeding my cat. By completing a very difficult minigame over and over again. Make it just hanging. I'm trying to think of a reason to give us multiple endings. I might give a credit for the ending itself and a one for the actual credits. Unfortunately, I believe this might actually be the upscaled version. And they just didn't add the, It doesn't look that bad. Oh, this is also like a... This is... This is directly contradicted by Chrono Cross. So negative! This is directly contradicted by Chrono Cross. This version of the globe. because minor spoiler for Chrono Cross, but this is just a small portion of the actual full world. Now, granted, Chrono Trigger has the rotating map, where you go to the top edge and the bottom edge, and that suggests. So this is just literally retconning, you know, a blatant retcon. Did we not see Chrono and Marl's wedding? I can swear there was an anime cutscene of Chrono and Marl's wedding. Like, maybe that doesn't happen in this particular ending? No, wait, that does. Okay. I mean, this isn't their wedding. And there was an additional cutscene which is cut from the game. Yeah. Since Chrono doesn't have a father, Marlo's escorting him. Or, I don't know. My idea is that guardian wedding ceremonies are weird. Like, fathers escort the groom or their best friend. In lieu of father. I don't know. I'm about to give another positive for the ending cutscene. For the anime cutscene. But she's just a maid of honor. Luke is just, for some reason, off somewhere. I don't know. We don't see Luca in this at all. This isn't a meanwhile thing, this is just... So my headcanon is that, um... is that, also in my headcanon of this ending, Chrono Cross doesn't happen. I don't know the specifics. We'll probably get into some of them if I do Flames of Eternity. My plan for Flames of Eternity / Crimson Echoes. It's the update, a fan update of Crimson Echoes. If you're not aware that exists. There's the American cover art. my plan for I'm gonna see if I already have it installed on my SNES Classic. If I don't, I will have to re-download actually learn how to use it again and put Crimson Echoes on, not Crimson Echoes, Flames of Eternity uh, on there. I have to download Flames of Eternity. I do legitimately own a copy of two copies of Chrono, actually free. I own four. I own it through the the Wii Shop on Virtual Console. I own it PS1 Classic. The Wii would be like legally speaking the relevant edition, since it is basically a ROM of the original SNES game, which we're modifying to make Flames of Eternity. Um, Not that I'm actually gonna I have any idea how to actually get the ROM off of my Wii U and onto. It's a little bit of a gray area, but I think it holds up. But anyway, I own it on Wii Virtual Console. I own it at every digital platform that I can have it for, and I own a physical copy of the DS version, which is almost complete in box. It has the manual, but it doesn't have the poster. I am somewhat tempted to try and buy a copy of the poster. Just even though it's probably gonna be prohibitively expensive with my um, tax return. Um, I think this is all the positives I'm gonna give to this. Yeah, I like to play it on the SNES Classic just so I can use the actual SNES controllers. Hey, the wind advisory is over too, so um, yeah, there's another cutscene that was cut from this version, which is I think called the Fall of Guardia, which I just don't remember like exactly. Oh, is this the portal that leads to the? There's multiple portals. That's interesting. The dimensional vortex. This is the ending number one. Heck yeah. Uh, I suppose. we have unlocked New Game Plus, which I think is going to be our next positive, our final positive for this uh, uh, um, for New Game. Um, I guess. Um, this particular playthrough, I guess. Like, we'll be continuing, but we're gonna be doing some things between like VR stuff and possibly Flames of Eternity, just to give ourselves a break from the awesomeness of Chrono Trigger. Um, not sure if this. I'm not entirely sure if this is the first game to have a new game plus. Um, it's certainly kind of. I had to think, in Lawrence's terms, I would probably be considered a codifier, at the very least, if not also an innovator. Whether or not it was an innovator by introducing it, it could still be argued to be an innovator in terms of just um, how far it went with the new game plus concept. Like it established so many of the things that we think of when we think of no game plus, in addition to the term. Um, like it may not have established the concept per se. Granted, I don't know enough. I'm not familiar enough with the entirety of JRPG or gaming history to know if there ever was a game where there was a feature where when you complete it that you could unlock you know an ability to like replay it with some kind of enhancement. Um, of a degree of your progress carried over. I'm actually kind of curious. I just feel like I have much bearing on the review because I don't really have innovator codifier positives. I'm giving a positive for the feature itself. Um, um, I'm just gonna say history of New Game Plus. If I can find, there you go. There you go. Wikipedia has an article. Origin. The term was coined in the this game, obviously. Um, so yeah, um, Megami digital level story, Megami Tensei. The Legend of Zelda. Yeah, the Legend of Zelda technically had a version of New Game Plus, although it was really just you unlock a remixed version uh, of the game, from what I recall. Like you unlock and you don't even really unlock it per se because you can also unlock it early by naming your character Zelda. So I believe, um, if I recall correctly. Um, this little story Megami Tensei. It is a recurring mechanic in the Megami Tensei franchise. Okay, 5 minutes after the word "end" appears on the screen after the ending, the player can begin a new cycle with a spring of healing in the Cathedral of Shadows missing from Micom Town. I have no idea what bearing that has. Um, I never played it, so if anyone could explain whether or not like your experience carries over, or any of your progress from the original cycle carries over, or was just kind of a something of a gimmick. Um, I don't know. um, it looks like in terms of JRPGs, Megami Tensei may have been the innovator, and this is the codifier. Like, however much longer, maybe like half a decade or so. Um, so we've got. Let's see. We gotta go interaction first. We've got one, two, three more interaction positives, which brings us up to 91. Then we've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven more information positives, bringing us up to 78. So let's do some math here. Um, 91 plus 78 equals 169. Nice. Plus 14 plus 4 equals 187. So that's 187 possible points, basically, or total points. Um, so we're gonna get the review score for the first playthrough, and then the second playthrough will, um, or subsequent playthroughs will potentially add extra positives for the endings. I'm not sure how many positives I should give for the different endings. Like some of the endings may be particularly interesting, in which case, um, so 169 divided by 187 is That is literally a 9 out of 10. Like, there's no rounding it up even. It is 90%. Um, it is 90. I believe it's an irrational number. It looks like an irrational number. Um, so the calculator has it as 90.374 free 155080214% positive score, which is a 90% positive score, rounded down. Um, Again, I kind of want to, as I mentioned before, I feel inclined to exercise my ability to add a point uh, to the score. I can add a point if my overall feelings are I feel my overall feelings are positive, and remove a point if my overall feelings are negative, or keep it as is if I feel that it's a proper reflection of the the score properly reflects my feelings on the game. Um, as such, it is a 10 out of 10. It is a plus. And if you skip the extra content, if you skip the Lost Sanctum, it is definitely a 10 out of 10. The Lost Sanctum drags it down, drug the score down heavily. Um, because it is just so poorly designed. It does not reflect the quality of the base game. It is padded to hell and back. It has so much backtracking. It has um, questionable design choices. Um, it would be greatly improved if in a remake, if rather than cutting it out entirely, they just trim the fat a whole lot. Um, I probably would say that instead of going like when he's hungry, he'll just want that banana. They had to go back in time to the you know I don't know, like the bridge sequences is like exemplary of pretty much all of the bridge building sequence is exemplary of almost all the problems. It almost feels like a parody of the problems that that section of the game has. Also, congratulations to myself for finally beating the game without the use of any cheat codes, and also for never using cheat codes, even though I was very tempted to go against the Master New fight. But I was like, I'm gonna give it at least one shot to defeat him, and then uh, uh, and then I did, and on my very first try. Uh, Very much brute force, but that's kind of how you had to do it. Um, I'm not sure what the course of my new game plus is going to be. Um, I would like to try to get everyone up to level 99, and then try the Chrono solo, um, going against Lavos. I may have to actually look up like actual strategy for defeating lavas with only Chrono, because that's like what you need to get the quote unquote best ending. Um, I'm also probably going to find a guide to getting all of the different endings. Um, but yeah. Anyway, this has been incredible. I don't think I've gotten a fair number of views. I haven't gotten like I think I only have one or two people who have kind of come back and been in chat very briefly. I was kind of hoping that you know, I get the kind of engagement I got when I first played Chrono Trigger 5 years ago, and that just didn't happen. Um, that was a little disappointing, but the game was not disappointing. It was. I do not regret this at all. Uh, and thanks to everyone who has watched, even if you've just been lurking. Uh, anyway, um, uh, there are a bunch of things you can do that take a few seconds of your time, as well as other things that will are a little bit more involved. But of course, that is all entirely up to you. I'll be returning in I don't know how long. Uh, it'll probably be quite a while to just set up my my VR thing. Um, I don't even have a title card for it yet. So um, anyway, um, I thank you very much for watching, and until next time,